Hello, welcome back. Happy New Year to you all. I'm Claire, this is Purple Poppy, and today I'm working on the January panel of my Just Because quilt. So bearing in mind January is, a big part of winter, we often have snow and things, I've decided that my panel is going to basically be white. I've picked out lots of different white threads and I've done some paper piercing, bit short fabric there, as you can see, and I mean there are bits, this is textured, this is embossed, this has got embroidery on, so it's a slightly different colour, but basically white. And I've joined the first four together. I'm now going to go and put this one in here. So I thought I'd bring you along to do this with me in case I don't know, A, you're interested, B, you've not done English paper piercing before. So needle, white thread, all the obvious stuff. So you had a fabulous holiday time, lots of relaxing time with your family, hopefully, or if you didn't spend time with family, with friends, whatever. I just hope you had a great time doing whatever you chose to do, basically. We had a very quiet Christmas and New Year, really. Just me and hubby in the main, and of course Boo Boo. Too much food, too much sitting around, not enough exercise, all those things that happen at that time of year. But it was very pleasant indeed. So I need to join this one and this one. I've already joined those two, so you need to, in this case, now bend this one so that we get this lined up on here where we want it. Again, as I always say, I am no professional. There are people that are much better at these things than I am. So if you're looking for proper tuition, you are definitely in the wrong place. This is just more of, I'm crafting, and oops, I brought you along to watch, and you can see, look, this is what I'm saying, don't come here for tuition. I've not even done a stitch and I've got a knot, and I don't know if it's gonna come out. Is it a real knot? No, it's not a real knot. There we go. Okay, so pull that through. As I say, yeah, lots of people far better at this than I am, and you can get, proper tuition if that's what you're looking for. But in all honesty, there's not really that much to it. You take your piece of card, cover it with fabric, and do very big old-fashioned tacking stitches on it. I'll cut this middle one out in a minute and I'll show you that. And then you just join all your pieces together with just very basic stitching. All these stitches seem to have so many different names. I mean, stab stitch, over stitch, whatever. Just stitches to hold it all together. And the reason I've brought you along at this stage is because you can't release your cardboard or your paper pieces until it's joined on all sides. So just as you can see, doing a basic sort of over stitch. It's going through from the back to the front and gradually moving my way down the line as I do it. And I have to say hello to my lovely granddaughter Tiffany, obviously the other two as well, but Tiffany has recently started watching my videos. Hello gorgeous girl. Until recently she had a problem with it because she could hear Nanny's voice and she could see Nanny's hands, but she couldn't see Nanny. But she's just realised that that's all okay and fine. So now she does watch them with Mum. So she deserves a little hello from Nana for that. And I was telling you before Christmas, we have a very busy December. And because obviously there's all the Christmas stuff, but we also have 2 birthdays, my youngest daughter and my eldest granddaughter. And we have my and hubby's anniversaries. And as if we didn't give ourselves enough problems with that, we then have 2 birthdays right on top of it, because the lovely Tiffany, my youngest granddaughter that I've just been talking about, she has got a birthday on the 11th, so just a few days away. And then her mum, my eldest daughter, she's got a birthday at the end of the month. So, you know. And then, right at the beginning of February, so they're all really on top of each other, is my grandson's birthday. So, oh dear. A few months of chaos. Okay, so as you can see, I'm nearly at the end now, and having got to the end, I'm obviously going to do the usual wrap or knot, whatever you like to do, to secure off your thread. Give that a snip, and now you can see this piece is joined on both sides. Okay, so then I've got to choose which one we're going to put that side. I think I'm going to do another one of these embossed ones. So just lay it on top is what I do. Okay, put a knot in your thread obviously, and pick up my 2 corners like that, and then I'm just going to run through exactly the same, back to front, back to front. So I was lucky enough that Santa bought me lots of lovely crafty things, so there'll be some new things coming up in the videos as we move along. Got some fantastic Inktense blocks, the lovely Derwent ones that you can use, well, to colour just about anything really. So there might be some colour additions to my stitching, little bits of background colour and things. I also got some Indian printing blocks. If you watch Marion's World, they're from the same people that she got hers from. So that'll be a lovely learning game. We can play with those a little bit. I got stitching threads, got some lovely metallic watercolours. So yeah, there's going to be lots of things going on that are a little bit different this year. Not majorly different, and probably old news to many of you, but for me, new stuff. So, and as you can see, for some reason I seem to be getting better at threading needles. So there you go. Oh, don't stitch your finger, Claire, that's not what you want to do, is it? Goodness me. I've come to realise that because I've got such giant fingers, I need a much longer needle than this. It's a nice sharp one, and it's got a reasonably good eye in, so it's, you know, big eye, so it's lovely and easy to thread, but it's so short. It's very bizarre, like cramps my hands up. Okay. Still haven't decided what I'm doing with regard to following. You may remember at the end of last year I was talking about how the Ambrook project was over because that was a year long, and I wasn't going to be doing that again, but I needed something to do, and I was considering the Sherry Iris one. You see, and then we're on there, and then flip that one onto there, and I've had another look, and I'm not 100% sure where I'm gonna go with it yet. Where am I? This side. Okay, so actually, no, yeah, we will do it. I was just going to say, this is not going to affect cutting that one out, so to save time and you're watching, I could have just done those two with the two that I've got left. But don't do half a job, Claire. Do it and get it finished. I am definitely doing Kate in the Nest. She's decided now, as far as I know, that it's hashtag make with Kate. So if you haven't heard about that and you think you might be interested, you could search that hashtag and see what Kate's up to. And you'll see the first of my videos on that on Sunday. And then if any of you watching are paper people, I'll be continuing with my shopfront journal on Tuesday. I've been missing for a long time, I know. There's been so much going on with the family and with Christmas, but we're back now. It's a new year, we're all back to work and we're getting on with it. So okay, that's that one. So we just need to tie off that end. Trim that. Okay, so now you can see I've got these 5 together, and this is the one that I want to get out in order to be able to obviously use the other pieces of fabric. So I need to get one in there and one in there, and then we can pull that one out, and obviously as it grows, that's how you can make more. So which one do we want? I think we're going to put this one in here. So I'm going to start with it on the angle here, and then I can flip it over that side. So that's the idea there. So joining that up, corner to corner. So as it was just hubby and I, we did watch quite a lot of TV over Christmas, and we found a fabulous series. It's quite an old one, it's not a new one, but it's something we've never got around to watching. It's called Parenthood, if anybody wants to have a little nose, and we're thoroughly enjoying it. It's quite a large American family. Mum and dad, 4 children, and they're adults, so they're married with their own children, and it's just really, you know, life happenings with the family, things that we've all experienced either ourselves or with family members, and we just found it, you know, very sort of down to earth and honest, and you know, sometimes these things go a bit off the beaten track, don't they? And you think, well, no one person can go through that much disaster or whatever. So yeah, no, we're enjoying it. And it's meant that I've been able to sit on the sofa and stitch, because I'm still working on the brown quilt as well as this Just Because quilt. I was doing my socks, wasn't I, just before Christmas, and I think I showed you they're finished and wearable now. And oops, knitted myself a little beanie hat because apparently we're in for a real cold snap coming. So yeah, you know, it's just nice, quiet, little tiny bit of crafting. No videos, I'm afraid. Didn't really make it to my desk. Right, so that's that side. Going to get a nice new long piece of thread and have a mouthful of coffee. I'm going to go up the other side, and then I'm going to put the other one in exactly the same way, and then we'll be able to make a fresh one because we'll be able to pull that out. As I say, I'm sure you've seen this, maybe even done it many times yourselves, but I just thought I'd share what I'm going to do. Oh, saying about how good it is to thread. And now it's not. Should we get... Oh, we don't want that one. What about this one? Let's try this one. This one's a straw needle. It's a bit longer. But again, it's nice and sharp. So, little knot on the end. And now, obviously, that one is joined. So now, we're going to bend it round. And we're going to join this one to this side here. Like this. So, pull up. Whoops. Always going to get a knot, Claire. So yeah, that parent thing, I mean, it's not no, as I say, by any means. In fact, they refer to, I think, 2015 in it a few times. So, you know, it's 10 odd years old. And I know that because a couple of the actresses in it I know from other things. And you can, you know, see the age difference. So, okay. There we go. We're off and running now. I remember watching actually a little while back, Carol Laws had found a piece of English paper piercing in the traditional hexagons in her craft room that she'd obviously done and not quite finished. Oh. And she ended up using it as a journal cover. So that's something else you could do. If you get sort of into the habit of doing these and loving it, you know, they make great book covers. You can, I know Jennifer Clouston made a bag, like a clutch bag. If you're into the rice bags, I know a lot of people associated with K3N are making lots of rice bags. So you could use them for rice. You can use them for anything. obviously. Whatever takes your fancy. And I'm so out of practice, I haven't even checked to see if I'm on camera. So you may not even have seen any of this. Goodness, that would be a nightmare, wouldn't it? And you can see where I've cut this fabric so close to my template, it is a little more problematic to sew it. You're much better on these wider ones. So just a point that I've, you know, realised. Okay, trim that off. See, and now that one's joint in there. So this last one is going to go in there, just on this side, because I spent a long time doing this with you, and we'll get the next one made, and then I'll, you know, stitch that off camera as homework, as the lovely Christine would say. Not Christine, Corinne. She always refers to everything as homework, doesn't she? That she does off camera. I don't know why I always want to call her Christine. It's a bit of an insult really, isn't it? When you can't remember somebody's name and yet you're referring to their work. Sorry, Corinne, sorry. And of course this is Corinne's project, isn't it? This Just Because quilt. So you think I'll be a bit more with it than that. Anyway, I'm just wittering. Just ignore me. Hubby and I had a little outing one day. You know, it's like you need to top up with the fresh things, bread and milk and all that. And we went to our local little outlet, and I managed to get a fantastic plain white duvet cover, which is, you know, going to be great for stitching into, and tea and coffee dyeing, or even my new ink tents. So that's there to cut up and play with. I haven't really looked at the charity shops for a long time, to be honest. I've been busy with other stuff to be getting out and shopping. It's good though, because it means you're not spending money. Unless you start clicking buttons on the internet, of course. Right, do our 3 wrap. 1, 2, 3. Pull that through and get a knot. And then, okay. So now you can see this middle one is stitched on all sides. So now what I can do is I'll bring it up so you can see. Look, there's the big tacking stitch. So if I can pull this out, yeah, and there's the other side. There. Okay. And now you can just pull. See, there's a stitching. So there's my template piece, and that piece is now floppy compared to the rest. So as long as you're joined on all the sides, then you can take it out. And then you can simply place it onto your fabric. So you can see I've cut, I don't know, ½ an inch round, whatever. And then take your needle, obviously as always, a little knot in the end. And then if you finger press there, okay, make sure you've got it central, and then finger press there, and that's where we're going to stitch on that first fold. So down through there. Oops, that knot's not very big. So down through there. Now I always come back up. I know lots of people don't. Okay, and then just come along and do the next one like so. And then I'm going to go, I'm not going to do a double on this time, only on the start, like that. Okay, and then fold this one, and now I'm on the other side, so I'm coming up from the back, pulling it tight, come along, fold. I'm now on the top, so I'm going to go down, and that, look, just holds all your pieces in place, ready for when you're going to stitch it all together. I'm on the back, so I'm coming up in the corner. Doesn't matter that you're swapping sides, you know, from the top, from the bottom. And that one comes over there, and then whoops, hold it nice and tight, put your thread down, and that's in. Look, that took no time at all, did it? That's in. And then you can find where you want to go with it. Now we're working down here. I think I'm going to put it there, but because this one is patterned, I'm going to put it in plain side so the pattern's at the bottom. So you really should cut this off. You don't want to carry on stitching with that same thread, because otherwise, obviously, when you unpull them, then you're pulling at your other stitches. So, and of course you can do loads of these and have a box full waiting if you want to. So I'm just going to line that up there. Okay, exactly the same as we did the others, and away we go again. Whoops. Obviously you want to be stitching the fabric, not the cardboard. Don't stitch the cardboard in, just the fabric together. Simple as that. And obviously I've got these stretched hexagons. Normally you see this done with even length sides to make it, you know, obviously not round because it's a hexagon, but more of a round hexagon than this long lozenge. You can do them as big or as small as you want. I got these templates cut for me by my daughter because she's got a cricket or a criker, whatever you call it. You can buy them, or there is a clever mathematical calculation you can do to work out how to get one. I'm not that clever, which is why I'm working with pre-cut templates. But as I say, you can buy them in most quilting shops, or if you're lucky enough to have a cricket or whatever, then obviously you can cut your own pieces. And there you go, that's the one we just made that's now in there with the others. Turn it that way so it fits on camera better. There you go. So I'm going to carry on with this and get them even, because this is my January panel. As always, Thank you so much for spending time with me. I hope you found some joy and inspiration. Stay safe. I'll see you very soon.